Let's dive into the minds that have shaped human thought and influenced countless aspects of our lives today. From ethics and politics to metaphysics and existentialism, these thinkers have left an indelible mark on how we understand the world around us. We'll cover their groundbreaking ideas, the historical context in which they lived, and how their philosophies continue to resonate in modern society. Whether you're a philosophy enthusiast or just curious about the roots of contemporary thought, this journey promises to be both engaging and enlightening. So buckle up as we unravel the legacies of these intellectual giants and discover how their insights can still inspire us today. Socrates, often hailed as the father of Western philosophy, revolutionized the way we approach knowledge and ethics. His most significant contribution is the Socratic method, a form of cooperative dialogue that involves asking probing questions to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas. This method encourages individuals to examine their beliefs and assumptions, fostering a deeper understanding of complex concepts. Socrates placed a strong emphasis on ethics and virtue, famously asserting that the unexamined life is not worth living. His relentless pursuit of truth and moral integrity laid the groundwork for future philosophical inquiry. Socrates' influence is profoundly felt in the works of his student Plato, who expanded on his ideas and introduced them to a broader audience. Through his innovative questioning and ethical focus, Socrates remains a pivotal figure in the evolution of philosophical thought. Plato, a towering figure in Western philosophy, introduced groundbreaking theories that continue to shape our understanding of reality and ethics. Central to his philosophy is the concept of forms, which posits that the material world is merely a shadow of a higher, unchanging reality. His famous allegory of the cave illustrates this idea, depicting prisoners who mistake shadows for reality, symbolizing the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. This allegory emphasizes the importance of knowledge and the philosopher's role in guiding others toward truth. In political philosophy, Plato envisioned the ideal state governed by philosopher kings, advocating for a society rooted in justice and virtue. His contributions to ethics and governance have profoundly influenced Western thought and education, laying the groundwork for future philosophers. Through his dialogues, Plato not only explored profound ideas, but also established a framework for critical inquiry that endures to this day. Aristotle, often regarded as the father of empiricism, revolutionized philosophy by emphasizing observation and experience as the foundations of knowledge. Unlike his teacher Plato, Aristotle believed that understanding the world requires careful study of the natural phenomena around us. His contributions to logic, particularly the development of syllogism, laid the groundwork for formal reasoning and critical thinking. In metaphysics, he explored the nature of being and causality, introducing concepts that remain central to philosophical inquiry. Aristotle's ethical framework, centered on virtue and the pursuit of eudaimonia, or human flourishing, has profoundly influenced moral philosophy. His holistic approach extended to various fields, including biology, politics, and aesthetics, making him a pivotal figure in the development of Western thought. Aristotle's legacy endures, as his methodologies and insights continue to inform contemporary studies across disciplines, from science to ethics and beyond. Immanuel Kant, a central figure of the Enlightenment, profoundly shaped modern philosophy with his groundbreaking ideas on morality, knowledge, and metaphysics. At the heart of his ethical framework is the categorical imperative, which posits that moral actions must be universally applicable, emphasizing duty and the intrinsic worth of individuals. This principle has significant implications for ethical decision-making, urging us to act in ways that respect the autonomy of all rational beings. Kant also explored the relationship between experience and knowledge, arguing that while our understanding begins with sensory experiences, it is shaped by innate concepts that structure our perceptions. His critical philosophy laid the foundation for modern epistemology and metaphysics, influencing subsequent thinkers and political theorists. Kant's emphasis on reason and autonomy continues to resonate in contemporary discussions on ethics, human rights, and the role of individuals in society, marking him as a pivotal figure in philosophical thought. Friedrich Nietzsche, a provocative thinker, challenged traditional morality and introduced radical concepts that reshaped modern philosophy. Central to his critique is the idea of the will to power, which posits that the fundamental driving force in humans is not merely survival, but the pursuit of dominance and self-overcoming. This concept underscores his belief that individuals should transcend societal norms to create their own values. Nietzsche's exploration of nihilism, the idea that life lacks inherent meaning, led him to advocate for a revaluation of values, encouraging people to embrace creativity and individuality in the absence of absolute truths. His vision of the Übermensch, or overman, embodies this ideal, representing a person who defines their own existence. Nietzsche's influence extends to existentialism and modern thought, inspiring thinkers like Sartre and Camus, and challenging us to confront the complexities of morality, meaning, and human potential. We've journeyed through the profound contributions of 6 influential philosophers who have shaped our understanding of the world. We began with Socrates, whose Socratic method encourages critical thinking and ethical inquiry. Plato followed, introducing the concept of forms and the ideal state, emphasizing the pursuit of truth. Aristotle, the empiricist, grounded philosophy in observation and experience, influencing logic and ethics. Immanuel Kant challenged us to consider morality through his categorical imperative and the relationship between experience and knowledge. Friedrich Nietzsche provoked thought with his critique of traditional morality and the idea of the Übermensch, urging a revaluation of values. As you reflect on these ideas, consider how they apply to your own life and beliefs. And lastly, subscribe and share so I know to make more of these.